types of proteins do matter. So a lot of people are into the vegetarian or vegan proteins, and the vegan proteins, like pea protein, for example, is not really a complete protein. It's not, and it's not as easily digested. That's the weird thing. That animal proteins are very easily digested, very easily assimilated, and they're complete and exactly what our bodies need. Plant proteins are not. They're hard to digest. So think of like gluten. Gluten is a protein. How many people are having a hard time digesting protein? It's like everybody I talk to these days is like, no, I'm gluten free. No, I'm gluten free. No, can't eat that. That's not gluten free. Go to a restaurant and then, do you have gluten free option? And everybody knows what that is. What is gluten? It's a plant protein from wheat. But it's actually all grains have some type of gluten, but the wheat gluten is the one that people react to. Well, it's wheat, barley, rye has this type of gluten that's not water soluble. It's very hard to digest because it doesn't denature in the acid very well. You have to have a very high acid level in your stomach to denature the protein so that the pepsin and trypsin can cut it up into little pieces and send it down into the small intestine. So if that protein doesn't denature, it doesn't get cut up and it goes down whole into the small intestine. And then it starts an immune reaction because the immune system fights against whole proteins. That's just a plant protein. Plant proteins are actually harder to digest and they don't assimilate as well. And they don't have all of the essential amino acids. So what are animal proteins? Well, milk products, cheese and yogurt and all that stuff. And eggs and meat and fish. So you have all the chicken, beef, all that, pork, meat, fish. Those are all very complete proteins. Think of an egg. And what is an egg? I listened to a nutrition lecture, Max Lucado. He's really good.
Wait, Dr. Saunders, you can't listen to nutrition lectures because you're a medical doctor.
I know, right? That would be terrible. I might learn something. So anyway, he was saying that, think of an egg as nature's vitamin pill. And I have been telling patients this for so long. What does that egg have to do? It has to make a complete organism. Complete. When the chicken comes out of that egg, it has a brain. So that means everything to make a brain is in that egg. It has to have well, not hair, but feathers, right? And so everything that's required to make feathers is in that egg. And so, egg is a great vitamin pill. It's probably the best because it's got absolutely everything in it. There's nothing missing. And it has all the amino acids and it builds muscle. So the animal proteins versus plant proteins. And so if you're using plant proteins, then you need to mix them. You need to take the pea protein and the rice protein and put them together, and that gives you a complete protein. Because either one of them alone isn't complete with all the amino acids. They're missing some.